and welcome back to the channel. So part 3 of our colour along in the Witches Cottage by Hanna Karlzon. So yesterday we did this background and we did the hair. So I've got 3 colours from the Black Widow set and I'm just going to even up the background. I've got Grape, which we used yesterday, I've got Lavender, and I've got Rosy. And what I'm going to do is just even up the colours a little bit, not a lot, and then and darken up some of this dark purple in the bottom. So I'm just going to zoom you in a minute. I'm just going to show you one side and then I'll go off of the camera and do the rest. So I had a little bit of an accident here. I was looking at the other side of the book. As you can see, the watercolour just bled a little bit, which is a little bit frustrating, but you know, hey ho. So I just wanted to darken this up, and I may even put a little bit of black in here as well. So I really wanted this quite dark in this corner. Well, I don't know if I'm going to need to do that actually, looking at that. And I think I decided that I'm going, I thought I was going to do this dress brown going into orange, but I just don't know if that's going to be too much colour. Particularly as I want the stars to show up. Yeah, I'm thinking it might be a little bit too much colour. So that's that dark that I wanted in the bottom. I'm just gonna, I might even put a bit of black in there then. So that was the Grape. This is the Lavender. I hope everyone's doing okay. Haven't really got much report. I went back to work today after 4 days off. I've got quite a bit of work to do tomorrow, but that's fine. I've only got 3 days to do. And everything will be fine. So there you go. I'm just evening up the colour. I'm just going over the watercolour. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with this white. I may get the chalk pastels out and just go over that. Right, and then this is Rosy. And I just literally matched the colours up from what was down on the paper with the barrel of the pencil pretty much. I don't want to put too many pencil marks and make it look as though I used pencil. And I am going to be putting glitter in this background anyway. I've got some, stickles I can use. Right, I'm going to go off camera and finish off the other side. That's essentially all I'm going to do. Hello again. So I've done that, and now I'm just going to add in a little bit of black just to make that purple really dark at the bottom. And it just gives that depth, I think. Can you see that? Yeah. There we go. So that is, I'm just going to zoom you out now. That is the background finished. I will add the glitter later. So I'm just going to get myself set up for the dress part and I will come back in a minute. Everybody, I am back. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to do the dress in black. I was going to do browns and oranges, but I just think that's going to be too much colour. So I'm using black and Prussian Blue, and I'm just going to put the colour down and see where we go. So these are Neocolor 2, so you activate them with water. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the dark blue around where all these lines are, which indicate the kind of creases, I suppose. Put dark blue in between there and some dark blue in there. In fact, I might just take that up all the way up the sleeve. I really like the Neocolor twos. I've worked out how to use them. They do take a bit of practice, working out how to kind of blend the colour in, knowing you can add more colour straight off the crayon by putting it on a palette and taking it off that way. It's the other day I even went back in with them dry over something, which was something I'd not done before. I think it was the frog page I'd done in Enchanted Forest. I went back over and just put a layer of Neocolor too. And I think I've decided to go for black because I want the background to stand out. I want her hair to be quite prominent. Yeah, I think that's why I've decided to go for dark blue. And it's similar colour family, I suppose, to the purple and pinks that we've already used. And like I said before, there's going to be quite a bit of sparkle going on this page as well, so yes, it's going to be quite fun. I'm just going to turn my book around. Close that. So I'm using lots of different mediums in this book, but I find that with Hanna Karlzon you just can. It just works. I haven't decided what I'm going to do, colour I'm going to do the goblet yet. And I've got a feeling I'm probably going to need more than one layer of Neocolor too. So this is going to be black in here, but very light because it's part of the bottle. That's part of that, so that's going to be black a little bit, and then the rest of that will be skin coloured. So see-through bottles. And then it's going to be black, and then I'm going to go up to dark blue very, very soon. There you go, and then we're going up to dark blue there. I can't remember what I was saying. There we go. And then need to think about what I'm going to do about this button area. And the collar. I might just do this whole button area blue. And then just do the collar a different colour, like a grey maybe. Or even a silver. Don't know yet. It's really funny, my husband was down here a minute ago and I had to chuck him out so that I could do my next video for you. I was like, can you go upstairs now? Thank you. Right, so that is the colour down. I'm going to go and fill up my water bottle and then I'll activate it all so you can see how I do that. Okay, so I've got my one small paintbrush, as you can see, and we're just going to get going. So normally you're meant to blend the light colours into the dark ones, otherwise the dark colours completely overtake the light ones. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got a piece of kitchen roll next to me so that I can blot it and take off too much excess water. That blue is much lighter than I was anticipating it being, but that's completely fine because I will go in with a dark blue from the Black Widows and darken it up. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is this Neocolor is going to be a base, and then I'm going to go back in with pencil over the top. I quite like doing that. I've done that before in Kirby Roseanne and I quite like it, doing it that way. I haven't worried too much about going over the hair with the Neocolor. The hair is kind of quite a vibrant and dark colour anyway. It really wouldn't matter and probably wouldn't show up. So that's fine. I've probably done that a bit wrong, that bottle, to be honest. Sure, it'll be something I can correct, so it will be fine. These stars are either going to be gel pen or they're going to be Posca. So I'm not too worried about going over them in watercolour. Or with Neocolor too, should I say. There we go. So that's the top bit of her dress. Now we'll just do this bottom bit, which is all black. So that's a little bit more tricky, kind of not to go over the lines, because obviously black is quite a dark colour. I think I haven't quite decided what all these ribbons are going to be yet on her dress. Obviously I've still got her skin to do. There we go. It just means that there's not too much black all together, which I was a little bit worried about. I was a little bit worried about having the black next to the black hair and there not being kind of enough contrast and definition. But I think that this is working out okay. Certainly the black against the pink background looks quite dramatic. Oops, just got a bit on the bit I didn't want to get on. I don't know what I'm going to do with this goblet yet either. Probably a bronze. Don't know. Might not be a bronze. It could be a cauldrony black colour with some bronze gilding on it. Don't know. What do you reckon? I think if I did more black, it would probably just lose. It probably needs to be a metallic colour, I would have thought. I'll have to have a think about that. Maybe bronze with black gilding would look better. And maybe a little bit more dramatic. Right, so I'll start with the dark blue at the top. So if you are following along and doing a colour along, do tag me. Let me see the finished pictures. I'd love to see that. That would be so much fun. To know that you've followed a colour along that I've done with you. That wasn't very neat, but well, we'll get over it. I've got a bit too much water on my brush, but it should take me all the way down into the black now, so. Cool, that's quite a lovely black. I always think the Neocolor 2 black's not very good, but that's telling me otherwise, to be honest. I might consider using it again. There you go. Yeah, I mean it all needs darkening up, to be honest. The blue is it's more royally blue than I was expecting it to be. So I want it more of a, I don't know, really dark blue. Sorry, that's my battery's low on my phone. So we'll see about getting that all darkened up a bit. And then we'll probably put some highlights in with some Posca pen and go from there. And then we've got to figure out what to do with these bottles at the bottom. So that'll be fun. Right. There we go. Oops. Got it over the bottle a little bit. Didn't want to do that. Right, I think that is pretty much, just gonna get some water on that a minute, blend that in with the blue a little bit more. Same over here. There we go. So that is the witch's dress as a first layer. I will be going over that in pencil and I'll show you what I'm doing with that shortly, but I've got to wait for it to dry now. So I'll be back soon. While we're waiting for this to dry, I thought we could get some of my Pentel dual hybrids out and colour in some of these bubbles and stars. So I've got a silver, I have got a light violet, metallic red and blue, and I've also got silver and a metallic copper and green. And I think I'm going to stick with just the silver. So some of these are running out. So what I've decided, I think, is that the stars are going to be silver. And they will show. That's just beautiful. Let's just be careful because some of this is still a little bit wet. I'm just going to zoom you in a bit as well. There we go. But you could use any gel pen that you like. Doesn't have to be silver. You could go for gold stars. You could choose to get your Posca out and go completely white. I've just decided to go silver. This silver is so shiny, it's unbelievable. Love it. Now, can't see any more. Oh yeah, there is one more here. Any more? There's more stars down here, but that's completely different. And then in the hair, I'm actually going to concentrate on that being... In here, I'm going to go silver as well, I think. Then I'm going to random it a little bit. Yeah, then I'm going to add in some purple. Oh, I've just found another star. That's typical, isn't it? Yeah, so in the hair, I'm going to go purple. I think I'm just going to put another silver one over there. And star here. And I think that's it for all these like little stars and circles and stuff. That's kind of what that looks like. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up some strands of this hair and just put some outlines in. Just to give it a little bit more definition, if you like. Might even go over each one, I don't know yet. Could go over it with some silver as well. That kind of shows up when you look at it like that. Put some silver in it too, and that will help, I think. There we go. Kind of see that in her hair a little bit now. And I'm going to do the same over here with the silver. There we go. So I've added in some strands in the hair with Pentel Dual Hybrid. Again, you could do that with any glittery gel pen. And I've done the glitter and stuff on her dress. And that will become much more exaggerated when I darken up the Neocolor too. So that, I think, is it for part 3. I will come back and we will darken up this dress. I'll do one side and show you how I do that with Pentel. And then we'll get on with the rest of it. Okay, thank you for watching, everybody. See you again soon. Bye!